Afternoon driver, set up the train for departure at 4 and board passengers here at Stalybridge. So press T to open the doors, puts on the instrument lights by pressing I, Shift W for the master key, reverser to neutral, and reset the AWS. Zero off because the signal up ahead is clear. Go outside, set up the headlights. By pressing Shift H, J and K, set up the GSMR when it's finished booting up. So this is train 2 Zulu 23, our signal 7038, so press enter. That should register us as 2 Zulu 23. Next head over to the, next up is Stalybridge. Quickly set up the destinations. So click on terminate routes, yes. There's a route code, so the route code for Manchester Piccadilly is 0127 0127, enter. And that is Manchester Piccadilly. And there we go. So yeah, that was Stalybridge. So we are on the Manchester stations to Huddersfield route, available on alan.tottenhamsim.com. So stopping at all stations to Manchester Piccadilly. So stopping at Stalybridge, Stalybridge, Fairfield, Gorton, Ashbury, Hardwick and Manchester Piccadilly. The scenario should take about 25 minutes. So there's the 156 going off to Victoria with train to Juliet 90. And there's a pacer on the end, which I forgot to turn on the headlights. If I go to here, and if I go like that. There we go, the rear headlights are on. The thing about the pacer is that it's not very compatible with everything else because it's so old. Yeah, AP really does need to patch it at some point. Because when I accelerate, that happens. Yeah, AP really do need to fix their pacer. So yeah, next stop is Stalybridge in about 2 miles. So accelerate to 40 and then just coast to Stalybridge. So at Stalybridge we will be joining the main line from Piccadilly and the line from Roscoe Marple and Glossop, and the former Woodhead route, even though the Woodhead route today only goes as far as Hadfield, because the rest of it was torn up in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, I really do love this route, mainly because I live here. I live around here. So in real life, I have been down this route, I think it's once. So I started off in Stalybridge, went to Piccadilly, and I think it was a 156, probably, just about 9. Actually, I think the route I actually went was Stalybridge to Victoria, got the tram to Piccadilly because the also cord wasn't built yet. Then got a train from Piccadilly to Stockport, and then got the parliamentary train back to Stalybridge. So yeah, I don't think I've ever actually been down here. Well, I've been between Stalybridge and Stalybridge on the parliamentary train, but not between Stalybridge and Piccadilly. So speed limit is shortly going down to 25 as we round the bend towards Stalybridge. I also read on the internet that the government has pledged £600 million to Network Rail to electrify the Huddersfield line, which I think is a great idea. because 800s won't have to change power modes at Victoria, and you could also use an AC8 on the Scarborough trains. So run on electric between Liverpool and Leeds, and then change over to diesel to Scarborough. And I forgot to brake. Oh yeah, there are also a few workmen around here, so make sure to pay attention. And sound your horn just so they know you're there. So this is Guy Bridge, change here for trains to Gorton, Hardfield and Roshill Marple. So yeah, Northern don't actually run trains down here. Well, run trains between Stalybridge and Piccadilly. They normally do trains between Stalybridge and Victoria and Wigan. So we're aiming to stop at the end of the platform. So arrival into Guy Bridge. The next stop is Fairfield. So yeah, this is a fictional scenario, so I just imagine that Northern would be interested in running a train between Stalybridge and Manchester Piccadilly, calling at all stations, because currently there is a train between Stalybridge and Piccadilly operated by Transpennine, but trains normally go straight from Stalybridge to Piccadilly non-stop. So I just thought of a scenario where Northern would be interested in running a stocking train. So there's a pair of 185s out to Huddersfield, so calling at all stations past Stalybridge. So Fairfield in about a mile. Oh yeah, I have experienced quite a bit of lag while coming down here. So sorry for any frame drops, because at the moment I'm getting about 20 FPS. Maybe if I turn down my settings a bit. So yeah, we're currently on the original Woodhead route. Well, a section of it. Because the Woodhead route started in Manchester-London Road, which is now called Piccadilly, towards Skybridge, towards Hadfield, and then onwards to Sheffield, using DC overhead wires. Obviously, since then, the line's been converted to 25 kV AC at 50 Hz. So yeah, this scenario will be available on alanthomsonsim.com at some point. At the time of recording, which is the 25th of July, it's still being held for reviews, but it's still being, it's pending upload or publication. So hopefully by Monday it will be released. So Fairfield station is just coming up in the distance. So we're stopping at all stations between Stalybridge and Manchester Piccadilly. I came in far too quickly. Stop, please. So a very poor arrival into Fairfield. Next up is Gorton. So yeah, I just managed to get the pacer into Fairfield. Hopefully next station I will actually stop in the station. So next stop is Gorton in about a mile. Yeah, these stations are fairly close together. So we have Stalybridge, Guybridge, Fairfield, Gorton, Ashbury, Hardwick and Manchester Piccadilly. So Piccadilly we're due into platform 1. So I have done a test run of this, it does work. I just needed to change one tiny thing, is that in Ashbury you can't really open the doors because there's no like loft thing that tells you you can open the doors. So instead of having to pick up people in Ashbury, you just have to stop there. Another small lag spike. So yeah, I try to keep the requirements minimal while still being realistic. So there are quite a few requirements, but if you base your collection around Manchester, you probably already have them all. But the main requirement is that you have the AP156 and the AP142. There's a 323 going out to Glossop with 2 Golf 2-1. Hopefully someday we will have an actual drivable 323 and a 185. Because 323s and 185s are desperately needed. Well, I got the 185 over the 323 because with the 185 you can drive this route up and down all day long. You can go on the West Coast Main Line over Shap and West Coast Main Line North. Where else could you take 185? You could do it on the East Coast Main Line between Leeds and Newcastle. So yeah, there is a lot of potential for 185. It's just confusing that nobody's done one yet. Probably licensing issues with Transparent or something like that. Next stop is Ashbury's. So the next stop is Ashbury's in about just over a mile. So yeah, I really do find it a bit confusing that nobody's done like a 185 in Train Sim yet, because we have lots of track to play with. Maybe, I think it might be something to do with transparent licensing, or maybe getting enough resources, scripting, maybe the model costs too much to make or something. Or maybe Siemens just said no. Or maybe I think Maski Simulations of someone is working on a 185, but it's just being really goddamn slow about it. For some reason. I understand, because scripting, modelling sounds do take a really long time. I'm just curious about why they haven't said anything about it. So just after leaving Ashbury, the speed limit goes down from 60 to 40. So after Ashbury, we will pass by Hardwick depot, which is operated by Transpennine on Siemens. So yeah, 156 passenger view. Wait for everything to load in. God, the frame rate is abysmal. Yeah, I really do like this interior view. It's really realistic. Yeah, I just wish the pace wasn't so blocked. Then this run would be smooth. So start braking for Ashbury's. So warning of 35 as we get closer towards Hardwick. Yeah, I did try and play this with dynamic lighting turned on, but it ran at like 10 FPS. So I'm going to run with dynamic lighting off. Hopefully someday I'll have enough money to buy a new PC with higher specs. But until then, my videos will look like this. You know, it doesn't look too tragic. So arrival into Ashbury's. A very slow arrival. Next stop is Hardwick. So departing Ashbury, the speed limit is 40 miles an hour, and we have 0.71 miles to Hardwick, our next stop. Come on, frame rate. I think the frame rate should increase after we get past Hardwick, because Hardwick is big. Even though I don't know why anyone would stop in Hardwick, because it's pretty much a ghost station. Probably because Hardwick station is in the middle of an industrial area where nobody lives. Or maybe it's too close to Piccadilly. So on the right will be Hardwick Depot, where Transport stored their I think it's 185s. 397s probably. I think their 350s have all transferred to LNWR. So 350 401 to 350 410. So Hardwick Station is just coming up now if you can barely make it out. So start applying the brake. Speed limit is now 35 miles an hour. Oh yeah, I know that Alan Thompson has released his deburst plungers, but it costs 30 quid and my desk is pretty small, so I don't really have space for it. Also, I could just press Q. Come on, frame rate. I can do it. So a very laggy entrance into Hardwick. The next stop is Manchester Piccadilly, where this service terminates. So departing Hardwick, the speed limit is 35 miles an hour, and we have less than a mile to Manchester Piccadilly, where this service terminates. So on the left is the West Coast Main Line from Stockport and London Euston, and also the Style Line from Manchester Airport and Style and Crewe. There's a through a 9 going out to Liverpool Lime Street via Newton Willows with 2 Foxtrot 25. So the approach to Piccadilly is very busy. So there are 6 lines. The lines furthest on the left are used by trains from Manchester Airport. Lines in the middle are from Stockport. And the lines on the right are trains from Hardwick and Guy Bridge. Also, next signal is a danger, because we're waiting for a train to leave our platform. There's a train from Blackpool to Manchester Airport via Bolton, 1 Yankee 62. So yeah, Manchester Piccadilly, a place I am very familiar with. Yeah, it's a nice station. Lots and lots and lots of trains, but they don't really move particularly quickly. I mean, it's good for variety, because at Piccadilly you have Northern, which provide most services. You have Transpennine Express, you have Cross Country, you have Avanti West Coast, East Mids trains, Transport for Wales. So yeah, there's tons and tons of rides here at Piccadilly. Also some freight going to Trafford Park. And sometimes some diversions from the West Coast Main Line. There's a 185 going to Cleethorpes, 1 Bravo 84. So after waiting for the 150s to clear our path to Piccadilly, we are cleared into platform 1. There's also a Voyager coming in from Bournemouth with 1 Mike 46. So good thing about this, or like very lucky, is that you will come in alongside a Voyager, which is pretty cool. So speed limit is 50 coming into Piccadilly. So yeah, I have been to Piccadilly hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times because it's in the city centre and it's the busiest station in Manchester. And I live in Manchester. Yeah, I just wish Dovetail did more with Manchester other than Liverpool to Manchester, and that's it. I mean, you could do Manchester Crewe, you can do Manchester, Bolton, Wigan, Preston. You could do lots of things with Manchester. You could go around to Victoria, you could do the Calder Valley, to Leeds via Rochdale. Yeah, Manchester has lots of potential, and we already have most of the stock on Steam and in other places as well. So it's kind of a no-brainer for someone to do Manchester. So this is Manchester Piccadilly, where this video ends. So subscribe for more interesting content, like the video if you're so inclined. Frame rate, you can come back anytime you like. Join my Discord for a train sim chat, or follow me on Twitter for future video updates. Check out my Twitch for other live streams. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what that will be. So this is Manchester Piccadilly, where this service terminates.